من خلال زملائي. الآن نرحب بأسئلتكم. تفضل.
My name is Laith Mahmoud from Dar al Riyadh. So I worked 14 years in Dubai, but I'm talking to local authority here, SEC. I mean, we are always in the specs provided 3 good, better companies for type tested and arc tested, plus arc test. So here it's not taking consideration. So I think that the local authority, when all the drawing come to the SEC, and the contractors as well, they provided their certificates about the type tested plus arc test, because the arc test, as you show here, it's very dangerous for the human being. So, I mean, Schneider, ABV, and other companies should be put 3 companies in the specs, which is not reliable here. They are not accepted here in the specs to put any company. Are you agree with me or not?
First of all, thank you very much. I think it's a comment more than a question, a recommendation. So we really thank this thought. But I think the question should be asked for somebody in SEC who could answer this.
So we are here for the SEC. I mean, thank you.
تفضل.
ثاني العنزي من قراءات عربية. I'll speak in English, and the question for you. Obsolescence program is costly program. However, in the guidelines of making a call of obsolete or not obsolete, have you considered safety as one of the guidelines in the obsolescence program or not?
Yes, we have. We have a company procedure where we look at how to declare equipment obsolete, but then also there's an element on it where we first declaring it obsolete, but then also we have to rank it based on doing the condition assessment, the condition of the equipment, also the failure rates, and how much replacement parts would cost. So that kind of information. But regarding if it's unsafe, that would be a separate. If it's unsafe, it just goes directly to the front of the line, because the obsolete program is just for obsolete equipment. It would be a separate, if you could call it separate funding. Like we have right now, we have a program for unsafe equipment. It's just handled separately. Some of that unsafe equipment is also obsolete, but they don't care because it's already unsafe. So that goes through a separate project and funding source.
طيب أسئلة أخرى? Any more question? تفضل.
Assalamu alaikum, Zahir Juma from eHazard. Just more of comments rather than questions. Firstly, it was mentioned that ATPV should be marked on clothing. It's not actually ATPV, what we refer to as arc rating. And arc rating covers arc thermal performance value, it covers energy break open threshold, and what we're working on the new IEC standards is something called ELIM, energy, the energy limit, which is going to take both factors into consideration. So that's very important that we mark clothing with arc rating and not necessarily ATPV. ATPV is characteristic of certain materials. Then there was also a comment that greater than 40 calories per centimeter squared is not acceptable, and we've done, as I mentioned previously, over 175 accident investigations with regards to arc flash, and the major component is thermal. So even where we saw greater than 40 calories per centimeter squared, I understand that arc blast is a reality and needs to be taken into consideration, but the reality from practice tells us that we need to protect thermally, and thermal is the big issue. So above 40 calories per centimeter squared, although you do have arc blast energy, the thermal aspect is actually of more importance. So the point I'm making is we have not seen anybody die because of the pressure blast.
Okay,
right.
I think Mohammed will take it.
Okay,
Okay, sorry, can I just make the last comment and then I'm done? And then the last comment was with regards to fault clearing time as the driving factor. I think here we've also got to be very careful because you get two types of energy. One is the available energy, which is from the piece of equipment, and the other is obviously the incident energy, which is upon the worker. From a most contributing point of view, the most contribution is from distance, because distance decreases your energy by square, whereas time and fault current is almost nearly a linear relationship. Thanks.
Okay, let me clarify one thing. When we mentioned the energy that exceeded 40 calorie per centimeter square, in this condition, our concern is not the thermal energy. The existing PPE or personal protective equipment will protect up to 40, but after that, you will have another sort of risk, which is the blast pressure that will push whatever, and the operator or technicians will throw him away from the equipment. And this is a big concern, and there is no PPE will protect from this energy. Thank you.
And then also regarding the distance and the clearing time, sometimes you don't have a choice but to, for some electrical workers, you have to stand in front of the gear to do your work. So like doing troubleshooting, you can't troubleshoot from 100 feet away from the switchgear, so you can't just increase your distance. You can't control your distance. You have to stand in front of it. So in that case, really the best way is to control the time, to reduce that arcing time, so you reduce the energy, so the arc flash energy would be much lower versus the original arc flash energy.
Okay. شكرا أعزائي الحضور. ننتقل للفقرة القادمة.
شكرا جزيلا رئيس الجلسة، وندعوك مشكورا لتكريم المتحدثين. ونبدأ بالمهندس محمد أحسن، مهندس طاقة أول، شركة قراءات عربية، المملكة العربية السعودية.